Hello, others, and welcome to another week of your social emotional learning lesson. I'm Mrs. Leon, your school counselor. Today, I want to talk with you about the circle of control. So first, we're going to watch a video, and then we're going to see what things are under your control and what things you cannot control.
There are many things in our day that we cannot control. We cannot control other people's actions or words. We cannot control the weather or if we have to go to school or not. The good news is, there's some things we can control. So, today, I have my list of 5 things we can control every day. I'm Elvis, this is Rocket Kids, and let's get this started. So what are these 5 things we can control every day? First, let me say that all 5 of these things are totally up to us. That's right, we can make these things happen or not. When we do make them happen, amazing things will come. We can make others feel great. We can accomplish our goals, and we can make our own little world a much happier place. So, here we go. First things first, our attitude. This is how we feel, act, and think towards something. We can have a negative attitude and see the worst in everything, or we can have a positive attitude and see the best in even the worst situation. Ever heard the phrase, attitude is everything? When we have a positive attitude, we can solve problems much easier. We can go into situations believing good things will happen. And we can work much better with others. Doesn't that sound awesome? Yes, it does. Look, I know having a positive attitude about some things is not always easy. But think about how we can turn those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. It takes practice, but this is up to you. Our words. We can choose the words we say, and they either encourage or discourage others. Ever been around someone that used words that hurt your feelings or made you not feel your best? I have one question. Is that the person you want to be? Do you want to be the person that makes others feel bad? I didn't think so. Always remember that our words are very powerful, so we have to choose our words very carefully. It is up to you. Our actions. Every single action we have has an effect on someone else, whether we are aware of it or not. Most of the time, our actions come from the emotions or feelings we are having. If we are mad, we may want to act out in some way. If we see that someone is in trouble, we may want to help. The most important thing to remember is that we can always control our actions. As kids, it's not always easy and takes some practice. Maybe we need to take a deep breath and think about the consequences of our actions. If I do this one thing, what would happen? Having self-control and acting in an appropriate way is up to you. Our manners. When I say manners, you may think about not chewing with your mouth open, saying excuse me when you want to leave the table, or asking someone to pass the salt. Yes, these are manners we should have at the dinner table, but in everyday life, it's about being polite, considerate, and grateful. It really comes down to being nice. Nice is easy, and having manners is too, but it is up to you. Our effort. Everything requires us to put in effort. Something as simple as getting out of bed in the morning requires us to put in effort. And the hardest things we will ever accomplish will take effort too. Without effort, we will do nothing. And who wants to do nothing? Not me. I want to do awesome things. And I bet you do too. But it takes effort. A coach once told our team that lack of effort produces lack of results. That was his way of telling us if we don't try, if we don't practice, if we don't want to accomplish great things, then we never will. So how much are we trying and how much effort do we put into what we are doing, no matter what it is? Your effort is up to you. Those are my 5 things that we can control every day. They are up to you and no one else. It really comes down to the mindset and being positive. Think about how you are controlling your attitude, words, actions, manners, and effort. Learn, practice, and go make every day awesome.
So there are several things that we can control, and there are other things that we cannot control. So I want you to look at this circle. This is called the circle of control. So there are things that go inside the circle that are things that you are in charge of, and things that you cannot control. So let's review some of the things that you cannot control. You cannot control what other people do. You cannot control the weather or the family that you belong to. You cannot control what other people say or how other people feel. You are not in charge. You cannot control what other people is thinking. You cannot control your skin color. You cannot control having a snow day. You cannot control the past, and you cannot control having distance learning, right? This is something that is happening. There is a pandemic, and we have to do school like this, via Zoom, via CISO, and distance learning. But there are a lot of things that you can control, just like what Elvis said. So you can control how you treat others, your attitude. You can control keeping your hands to yourself. If we are thinking about this pandemic, you can control keeping 6 feet apart. If someone comes too close to you, you can move, right? You can control how you are being kind with others. You are in charge of doing your job and taking care of yourself. This includes wearing a mask. You are in control of that, of wearing it correctly, and to know that that's what you have to do to stay safe. Working hard, you are in control of that. And being a good listener, right? So I want you to pay attention to this graphic. So there are several things that are out of our control, but also there's a lot of things that are on your control that you can control. So I want you to think about this quote. I love it. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So there are things that we cannot control, but how we react to those things, what we do with the things that we cannot control, that depends on us. We are in charge of that. So if we decide to be mad or upset about something, that's under our control. Maybe we cannot change the assignment that the teacher is giving me, but I can change my attitude about that assignment. I am in control of when I do the assignment. How do I respond to the assignment? So think about it. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. So what I want you to do now is to go to the add response and complete the activity for this week. And I will see you again next week. Bye, others.